Hi, I'm Amanda. It's time for the news on Razor's Top 5. Singapore will lower its flu alert status from orange to yellow next Monday. Health Minister Khaw Boon Wan said at a press conference today that the new strain of influenza A virus seems to be milder and is more like a seasonal flu. But despite lowering the alert level, temperature checks are still required at hospitals and border checkpoints. Currently, 12 people have been issued the home quarantine order. MOH says there are still no human cases of H1N1 in Singapore. But the health minister says that despite that, Singaporeans should take the opportunity to raise their hygiene standards.
We have bought ourselves some time with strong border controls and home quarantine order. Meanwhile, let's get ready at a community level. How? Up our standard of personal hygiene. Let's benchmark ourselves against the Japanese. The Japanese are world famous for being clean and a very high standard of personal hygiene. Singaporeans are not. We are not there yet, but we can be like the Japanese. We ought to be like the Japanese. We are in a first world modern city, well educated, well informed. Let us be like the Japanese.
As the World Health Organization raised its alert level last week from level 4 to 5, Singapore too raised their health alert levels almost in tandem from yellow to orange. So why is Singapore moving back to yellow despite news reports saying the WHO may raise the world's alert level? The health minister has more on this.
We are quite clear that at some stage we have to decouple, because WHO look at the whole world as one globe, whereas individual country must look at your own local situation. I think the first few levels of WHO, when you do not know how it will hit and who it will hit, I think it is quite natural that we follow almost lockstep, almost identical. But once the situation becomes clearer, and from phase 3, maybe between phase 3 and phase 4 onwards, individual countries begin to look at your individual, local, and your own regional situation, and you can step up or step down as per need.
The Ministry of Education will suspend AWARE's comprehensive sexuality education program in schools. After a thorough investigation, MOE said certain aspects of AWARE's programs do not conform to the ministry's guidelines. This according to a statement released by MOE today. MOE said it found some material in AWARE's instructor guide explicit and inappropriate, and it conveyed messages that may promote homosexuality or suggest approval of premarital sex. In the meantime, MOE said it would look into improving the processes for selecting and monitoring external vendors. And the economic downturn is a good time to heighten branding presence for businesses, according to a Harvard Business School study. But how do you go about it? Well, Razor TV headed down to a seminar on branding during the downturn to find out more from local entrepreneurs who were there to talk about their success. Here's Melissa Koch with more.
More than 300 people turned up at Singapore Press Holdings today to get useful business tips and advice at a seminar organized by Lianhe Zhaobao and the Association of Small and Medium Enterprises. There they got to hear from local entrepreneurs and corporate leaders who shared their business and marketing strategies. They also touched on issues such as intellectual property, building a global brand, and how to maximize your advertising dollar during this economic recession. Among the speakers were Mr. Charles Wong, Managing Director of Charles & Keith International, and Mr. Adrian Loy, Head of Yakun International.
I think most of these people that I spoke to, most of them are new, young entrepreneurs. They want to they challenge themselves to move ahead and go into their own business. But they have a lot of restrictions and a lot of boundaries or obstacles that they have to face, in terms of capital, in terms of location, in terms of the product and the branding. So these are a few things that everybody who want to start off, they will face. Stay focused, spend within your means. Don't bite more than you can chew. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, fame and fortune sometimes depend which one comes first. You want to make fast buck, you might lose fast, quickly. But in terms of building a brand, it takes some time, and it's a long process. You also might get might guarantee you to get a success if you got a good brand.
Perhaps seminars such as this one held here may inspire young startups and business owners to rethink their branding strategy during this economic downturn. But if you want to know how other SMEs are coping during the recession, check out Point Blank series Bright Sparks in Dark Times on Razor TV. It highlights innovative and refreshing ideas that companies have come up with to ride out the recession and also keep profits up. So if you're a business owner running dry on inspiration, maybe this will help you out.
Now here's a look at Singapore in 60 seconds. The National Family Council is giving out 15,000 free tickets to tourist attractions to get families to spend time together. This is part of its annual month-long National Family Celebrations, aimed at getting Singaporeans to spend time with their loved ones. COE prices rose across the board to hit 6-month highs. COE premiums for cars up to 1,600cc rose by 11.9% to $8,489, while prices for cars above 1,600cc inched by 1% to reach $7,552. COE for motorcycles was 1.5% higher at $902. A Singapore Civil Defence Force officer was found dead by his colleagues at the Jurong Island Fire Station. Second Warrant Officer Basu Devan was alone at the time of the incident. His body was found in an open-air space facing a building which houses offices, bunks and storerooms. Singapore's electronics output expanded last month for the first time since September 2008. The Purchasing Managers Index showed a reading of 49.2 in April, up 2.1 points over March. And that was our Singapore Minute. Now back to Razor's Top 5. 3 students back from an exchange program in Mexico are now being quarantined at the Aloha Loyang Resort Home for 7 days. Each of them has been put up in a bungalow and given strict orders not to venture out or mingle with one another. Razor TV spoke to Sandra Marie Vincent, a second-year student from NTU, who is being quarantined at the resort home.
When school was shut down, what was your reaction to that?
We were attending a concert in school, so we were a bit shocked till we were walking home and we realized, oh my god, it is very serious. So our initial reaction was to just stock up because we were afraid that the supermarkets might close down. We made a trip to the supermarket to make sure that we had enough stock of food and water.
Apart from your fear about not having enough food and water, were you afraid of anything else like catching the virus?
We weren't exactly extremely worried, but we did feel like Mexicans would be going back to their home country and things like that. So then we were afraid that it might get passed through such means.
Do you have any idea that you would be quarantined when you reached home?
So we were aware of it, yeah.
What was your reaction to that?
I was normal about it because I figured it's a good measure because it's preventive.
Were you given a choice whether to be quarantined at home or at...
Yep. It was a choice. It's either at home or in Aloha Chalet.
So why do you choose Aloha Chalet?
This would be more convenient because although it's a home quarantine, so it's very easy for you to be in contact with your parents, you see.
What do you think life is going to be like for the next few days? Are you going to be bored of this routine?
I guess it really depends how you want to make use of your time.
Now with you and your friends, are you all feeling afraid?
Not really, we just want time to pass by quickly.
Has anyone started displaying symptoms of any sort?
Oh no, nobody.
Are your friends coping well like you?
Yep.
Do you take any other precautionary measures?
Well, we bought hand sanitizers and we took our vitamin C pills regularly. And then just a mask, that's all.
What is the first thing you want to do when you get out?
I want to go home and see my family.
That's all for now. If you want to contact us, you can now send us tweets at Razor TV on Twitter, or send us a message via our Facebook application. Also, do drop us an email if you have any news tips, photos or videos. Lastly, do join in our Razor TV forums to share your views and opinions. See you tomorrow from 2 p.m. for more updates.